All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a blueprint for passive income. But what if I told you the reason most financial plans fail has nothing to do with the plan itself? It's not about your spreadsheet or your budget. It's about what's going on between your ears. So let's pop the hood and really look at what's driving your financial engine.
I mean, come on. This sounds familiar, right? You get super motivated, you map out this brilliant plan, you feel that big burst of excitement, and then a few weeks, maybe a few months later, poof, it's gone. You're right back at square one. So what gives?
Well, it turns out there's a powerful idea inspired by Napoleon Hill that really gets to the heart of it. The real roadblock isn't a bad strategy or a lack of opportunity. It's what he called a poverty of thought. You see, the real battle isn't fought in your bank account. It's fought right in your own mind. Here's a great way to think about it. Imagine your mind is a car. Your conscious mind is the driver. You're behind the wheel and you set the destination. I want to be wealthy. But the car has a GPS, and that's your subconscious mind. It's been programmed for years with old ideas, things you heard growing up like money doesn't grow on trees or rich people are greedy. So while you, the driver, are trying to steer towards success, the GPS keeps saying, recalculating, take the next exit to Struggle Street. It's this internal fight that we have to solve first. So the big question is, how do you stop that crazy GPS from constantly sabotaging your trip? Well, that's exactly what we're going to tackle in our first section, reprogramming your inner GPS. We've got to give that subconscious a new, empowering destination before we can ever get where we want to go. And the tool we're going to use for this is a fantastic framework from positive psychology called the PERMA model. Now, this isn't just some feel-good idea. It's a scientifically validated system for building genuine well-being. Think of it as the new map software you're about to upload to your inner GPS, one that's actually wired for success, not self-sabotage. So PERMA is an acronym built on 6 core pillars. You need positive emotion to stay in the game when things get hard. You need engagement, that feeling of flow, relationships for support, and a sense of meaning, your why. And of course, your physical health is the foundation for your energy. But the pillar I really want you to focus on for our goal today is A, for accomplishment. That feeling of making progress, even a tiny win, is the psychological fuel that keeps the whole engine running. Okay, so we're reprogramming our GPS. Awesome. Now, let's talk about the engine that's actually going to get us there. That brings us to section 2, the 4 assets you own. These are the raw materials you already have to build your wealth. And I don't care who you are, you have these 4 things right now. You've got money. Even if it's just a little, it's a tool. You have time, which is the most valuable thing of all and the ultimate prize we're trying to win back. You've got energy, that's your get up and go. And you have intelligence, which is the magic multiplier that makes all the other assets grow. These are your building blocks. Okay, this is where the rubber meets the road. We've got our mindset right. We know what assets we're working with. Now it's time for the actual plan. Let's get into section 3, your passive income playbook. This is the practical step-by-step roadmap to your destination. But first, let's just make sure we're all on the same page. What even is passive income? Simply put, it's money you earn without actively trading your hours for it. The key idea is you build the asset once, whether it's an online course, a portfolio of dividend stocks, whatever, and it keeps paying you over and over. You plant the tree once and it gives you fruit for years. All right, let's set a really tangible goal. The source material we're looking at uses an example of 24,000 Brazilian reals a year. Now, when you see a number like that, it just feels big, right? It's kind of overwhelming, like looking up at a giant mountain you have to climb. But watch what happens when we start to break it down. That big, scary annual number, well, it's just 2,000 a month. Okay, suddenly that mountain is starting to look a lot more like a hill. We can actually see the top now. But we're not done. Let's chop it up again. That 2,000 a month breaks down to just 500 per week. Now we're talking. That feels doable, doesn't it? That's the kind of money you can imagine making from a cool side project or a few smart investments. And this is the number that changes the whole game. That weekly goal breaks down to just about 71 a day. And suddenly, that intimidating mountain becomes one small single step. That is achievable. That is something you can do today. It's a target you can actually focus on and hit. So, the action plan here is incredibly simple, just 3 steps. 1, set your goal, but break it all the way down to a daily number, just like we did. 2, choose an idea that fits your assets, your skills, your time. And 3, and this one is the secret sauce, reinvest 100% of your earnings right at the start. That's how you turn a tiny snowball of income into an absolute avalanche. And this brings us to our final and maybe most powerful idea. Section 4, creating the flywheel effect. This is where everything we've talked about, the mindset and the action, all clicks together to create unstoppable momentum. Just think about this loop. You take a small action. You hit that tiny daily goal. Boom, you feel that sense of accomplishment from the PERMA model. That little win actually starts to rewire your brain. It proves to your inner GPS, hey, this is possible. And what happens when you have a stronger, more confident mindset? You take more action. It becomes a positive feedback loop where every small win makes the next one that much easier. So that's the blueprint. It's about getting the mind right so you can get the money right. Right now, your inner GPS is ready for new coordinates. It's listening and it's waiting for your command. The only question left is, what new destination are you going to set?